Hi, Eyal. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm looking forward, for this talk. Of course, you represent a huge company here in the FinTech Week. Of course, our partners, and you have so much impact. But before we dive into Payoneer and everything that you guys are doing, I want to know a little bit about yourself and give us a little bit of a context, even more about you, and then we'll dive into the market, the proposition, and everything that you're doing.
Sure. So thanks for inviting me and giving me the opportunity. My career started in the advertising space. I was both in a small startup that was acquired, went public, and then did 4 and 5 different acquisition. And kind of in my last role there, I managed a P&L. So kind of have a wide range of experience from startups into going into an IPO and then doing M&As. After that, I went and was entrepreneur and started my own company, doing group buying company in Belgium. In the end, we sold ourselves to a competitor. And then when I was there, I actually had acquaintance with Payoneer because I used Payoneer to pay my developers, few of the developers that were in Bangladesh. So I was
Wow.
actually a client of Payoneer before joining Payoneer. I immediately fell in love with the space of fintech and cross-border. And in the last 10 years, I've been in Payoneer, and now I'm managing and I'm the general manager of our small business solution.
So obviously, this is an inspiring company. Give us a little bit of a background about the company, and just so people will understand the magnitude, the markets that you guys are operating, all over the world.
Yeah, so I will start with some dry facts and then kind of go deeper and deeper around what we do, and happy kind of to have a good dialogue around that. So indeed, as you mentioned, Payoneer is a fintech. We're already a leading fintech player. We are kind of considered to be a unicorn for already in the last few years. It's close to already now 2,000 employees in
Wow.
20 different countries, serving more than 4 million small businesses and individuals in our platform, and working with the leading marketplaces and digital platforms worldwide. So companies like Airbnb, Google, Facebook, Fiverr, Upwork, and many of the well-known brands use our platform, a digital platform, to connect between businesses and do cross-border payments.
Wow. So you said 20 countries, right?
Right.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, everybody knows. I'm sure, of course, this summit, everybody knows this company. But I want to dive into your responsibility and, of course, the products, and maybe we're gonna have some times to talk about new things and new possibilities that Pioneer is leading right now, and I know of some. So why don't you tell us about your role and what you're doing there?
Sure. And before starting with my role, I kind of maybe give a bit more context about our different solution. So let's start with the enterprise solution that we have. So we have a complete solution that help platform and marketplaces. And we all know and see the growth of marketplaces and platforms worldwide. They're really disrupting entire industries, right? Think of accommodation and how Airbnb disrupted that industry, right? Think of Uber, Lyft, Didi, and how they disrupted the entire taxi industry. And not to mention, obviously, kind of the big gorilla, Amazon, that really disrupted and changed and created really experience on how you shop online. So marketplaces are the driving force of the economy, and kind of Payoneer sits and already serve for the last 15 years and helping marketplaces provide payment solution for mass payout, meaning we help a marketplace to onboard and pay third-party sellers in the platform in over 200 countries in multiple payment options. In addition to that, we help marketplaces with risk and fraud. We have so much experience and data around that and capabilities that allows marketplaces to mitigate risk when they onboard a third-party seller. and make sure that when they pay it in a compliant way. In addition to that, we've heard from marketplaces that they wanted more solutions, so we help them with tax solutions, with regular settlements. So in different parts of the world, marketplaces don't need or don't want or can't really touch the funds, so we help them do the orchestration of the funds from acquirers directly into merchants. And we continue to add more services. We're adding taxes and invoices, and also working capital. Something very important that helps marketplace grow is if they can have a solution that enables their sellers to have access to capital so they can invest in their business. So this is kind of what we do on the enterprise side. And we have another line of business that actually looks at third-party sellers and SMBs and individuals. Think about it as the gig economy of the world. So we are having an account offering for them that they can go and sign up for Payoneer through a desktop or a mobile application, or and then have access to a lot of services of how to get paid from marketplaces and platforms, how to bill clients directly through invoicing, how to make payments to suppliers, how to make payments to the VAT authorities, how to integrate into the ERPs. So we're really building a connector, a trading account that helps the gig economy thrive. And this is kind of the responsibilities and what we do around small businesses.
And also individuals, right? You're really touching until the individual level.
Correct. We also serve the individuals, and they are a big part of the ecosystem. What happened obviously with connectivity and internet and marketplaces, really democratizing opportunities for an individual that sits now in a rural village in Bangladesh and can really tap into opportunities of how they can serve as a freelance and independent and individual and make his earnings. And the fun part of doing it for 15 years already, kind of Payoneer, is that we're actually seeing individuals in our platforms growing into becoming small businesses and large businesses, employing dozens of employees over time, and kind of really helping to tap on that opportunity. This is why kind of when you think of Payoneer NPS, we have an NPS score which is very high. It's above 50, which is consistent, and in many countries it's even higher than that. And it's because of that we really help small businesses and entrepreneurs tap into opportunities like never before.
And it's growing. And of course, I'm going to ask you about COVID. Do you see any spike? Because
so COVID definitely, and again, I'm not the first one who's going to tell it, but what COVID done is really accelerated the future, right? So it didn't change something that wasn't supposed to happen. It just took few years of what should have happened and compressed it into a few weeks, right? But think of the shift between offline to e-commerce. It's already a trend that happened each year, a shift of 1% from offline to online. COVID came and in 4 weeks accelerated 10%, which is 10 years of activity. So what happens is e-commerce is booming. Services that needs to support online services development, that needs to support all of this e-commerce activity is booming. We have a lot of growth that we see Payoneer as platforms around social platforms, e-learning platforms. Think of now the opportunities of platforms like Udemy, which is a client of us that now has so many kind of opportunities, and so many people wants to learn capabilities, learn courses, and they go to platforms, e-learning platforms like Udemy. Now, not everybody is a winner, right? So there was also some other verticals that were affected, and obviously hospitality is one of them, right? When there's less travel, so travel went down, hospitality went down, the taxi business also went down a bit. But overall, yes, it's been really busy, And obviously the shift of having all the employees from working from an office all of a sudden and working the shift from work from home and doing it because they know that they have customers that are counting of them, that they need actually, this is the time now that we need to be more attuned for the needs of our customers. So yeah, COVID is still a roller coaster. I'm happy to say that kind of we continue to provide the same level of service and even higher to our customer base. We actually opened over 200 positions in the last 2 months.
So yeah.
Really nice goals. But in the end, there's a lot of suffering. So we also need to see how we help. And the fact that we help business do the shift between offline to online makes us kind of feel proud because we're really helping those people, those individuals, entrepreneurs, small businesses tap into those opportunities.
And you know that there are some undeveloped markets that Payoneer is the only option, you know, for a lot of people.
Yeah, there are some markets where kind of Payoneer is I would say the clear leader, and yes, we are very proud of that, and we will continue to invest in those emerging markets, and yeah.
So you guys have a powerful team, and I know you have other departments too. We have Ofer on the summit. I was doing he's going to talk about something a little bit different. Your role specifically. What segment are you looking for in your role, in your position?
So we have all functions that are customer related. So meaning from marketing to sales, and it could be inside sales to sales, partnership, business development, sales operation, analytics, strategy, M&A. So kind of there's a wide range of kind of obviously country managers and region managers and customer success. So there's everything that touches kind of customers, kind of we have it, and we are looking for good talent to join us and kind of help us with our bold mission to connect businesses.
You know, in this summit we have fintechs who are watching us. We have banks, we have neobanks for many markets, and again some markets that KYC processes and some, you know, some struggles around these things, you know. Yeah. And I at least, and you'll complete my sentence here, like I got the feeling, and from what I'm seeing, and I know some of your partners, I discovered some of your partners during the summit, and people are telling me, yeah, of course we know them for years, or yes, we work together in so many markets around the world. So every time like I unveil a new market that you already operate, and I know you have great relations with so many fintechs and banks and players, right?
Yeah, you need to cooperate, right? So you need to think, you need to cooperate, you need to embed solutions. So just to give some sense, right? So we have 350,000 registration on a monthly basis on our SMB business, right? And it comes from 200 countries. We are a licensed company in multiple jurisdictions. We work with a lot of banks as our partners, and we need to comply to certain elements of KYC, AML, line of business, etc. So yes, we didn't develop everything, all the solution ourselves. The magic is hey, how do you pick the best tools out there? How do you match between those tools, and how do you build technology around, proprietary technology around that optimize that at scale, right? So this is kind of, so yes, there's a lot of other fintechs are our partners, and vice versa. So yes, we see it continue to evolve. And another interesting aspect is our banking partnership, which you will talk with Ofer more about, is where we partner with banks and wallets worldwide that identify and kind of really came to us and say, hey, Payoneer, you really built an amazing solution for cross-border trade. We really want to help and provide cross-border capabilities to our customer base. Can we integrate Payoneer inside our application, inside our banking portal, inside our wallet, so we can go and show and help our customers reach Payoneer. So kind of this is interesting part that we do, and we work with the leading wallets worldwide. If it's Gcash in Philippines, JazzCash in Pakistan, Monobank in Ukraine, and many others kind of in the pipeline, integrating or going live.
See, this is exactly why I was, eager so much to have you on the summit, because I keep seeing this activity, and I think it's a growing activity. Again, what you said about marketplaces, of course, it's obvious. The gig economy, what's happening with all kinds of small businesses around the world, and and this is the new thing, the new normal, and it's just growing and growing, and you position yourself right there with your set of solutions. Very interesting for me and for all the people here on the summit. I mean, we are doing this FinTech week. We talk about all kinds of markets, and it's amazing. I don't know, where are your offices, like, physically?
So it's across the globe. So our headquarters is in New York, and then we have, obviously in US, we have offices also in Palo Alto. Then we have big office in Israel, where a lot of our tech is being developed, and tech and product is being developed in Israel. Then we have offices in Ukraine, in India, in Philippines, Japan, Korea, China, which is one of our biggest markets. So we have 2 offices in China and another office in Hong Kong. We have an office in London, in Spain, in Australia, so Pakistan, Bangladesh, so Vietnam. So really because there's a lot of talent there, right? So and you will see a lot of service providers in India, right? You will see a lot of talents of entrepreneurs in Vietnam that are doing digital economy. There is obviously the trade, which is a reflection of the trade, of the global trade, that is China, and this is why China is such an important market. And there is mature markets like US and west of Europe, where again COVID accelerated. More shops are opening stores online, joining Amazon, different platforms. And again, when I mention Amazon, Amazon is one marketplace, right? So you have in Southern East Asia, you have Lazada and Shopee and Allegro in Poland. So there's a lot of, obviously Walmart in US, Cdiscount in France. So there's a lot of marketplaces kind of that provide, some are niche, some work in certain territories, but there is room for them to compete.
Amazing. So if there's a marketplace, bank, fintech who wants to collaborate and connect with you and your strong team, how can they, where's the best place to reach?
Yeah, so we are very reachable. So either through a direct contact through LinkedIn, there is a lead that they can, forms that they can file through our website. So yeah, we're in a stage where kind of we're very reachable. We like to help. We can onboard from different sizes, so you don't have to be the biggest marketplace or platform, and you don't have to be the biggest seller worldwide, right? So we have packages that you can go from a small entrepreneur into a bigger company that wants to work only through APIs, for example, and not through portals. So wide range of solutions.
Amazing. Thank you very much. By the way, I did have a previous call with you, and I did saw some of your decks and propositions, and I'm super impressed, by the product and the thinking, the holistic thinking, and I'm really happy that we are developing this connection here, and all these fintechs who are watching us right now live are able to learn more about the company and the opportunities, because you really serve a lot of segments that are relevant in this summit.
Thanks, Nir, and thanks for the opportunity. Again, we love to do it again, and
Yes, yes. Thank you very, very much. And of course they can reach you on LinkedIn as well, right? Or what's
Yeah, 100%.
we like the directness of the Israelis.
That's
So
right.
thank you very much, and good luck with all your work. Again, amazing, amazing, amazing work. I'm a fan of the company, and that's how I deal with my company. And we are an international company actually, and Payoneer, by the way, serves us every day. So thank you very much, and we'll keep in touch.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.